the shame, remove all the pain, block it out like a troll on your timeline. The past is what made you who you are today. Embrace it, let it go like an exhale. Remove it, remove it, remove it. The muzzle is off.
Let me remember to press unmute this day. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Muzzles Off podcast. I am your host, Nakia Monet. How y'all feeling? As y'all can tell, my voice a little deep, but that's okay. No, I don't have COVID. What I got is called bipolar ass weather syndrome, since this weather don't know what it wants to do. One day it wants to be freezing cold. The next day it wants to be 60. The other day it wants to be, I don't know what the hell this weather is doing. So therefore, since the weather don't know how to act, my whole system is like, we don't know how to act. So we just going to fuck it up for you. Okay. So excuse me if I be having to clear my throat a little bit, but I figured it's the last Wednesday of 2021. I wasn't going to miss a show because I'm not feeling very well. So I said, let me do what I'm going to do. For however long I'm going to do it for tonight. We're going to get some things up off our chest and we're going to start this new year off fresh, right? Right. So welcome, y'all. Welcome to the Muzzles Up podcast, where I am your host. And we're going to get some things off our chest because we're not about to walk into 2022 the same way in which we keep walking into every single year, right? Every year, people make all these little promises. They make all these little resolutions, and then people end up doing the same shit, right? No real changes being made, no real progress being made, and all this other extra stuff. I said it's time out for that. You know what I'm saying? It's time out for doing the same old mundane shit and not reaping anything from it, right? So I said tonight, let's get it off our chest. Whatever has been holding you back, whatever has been keeping you bound, whatever the case may be, write it in the comment section or whatever. You can dial in or whatever. I will even send you the link into the broadcast studio, and you could come into the studio if you would like to get whatever it is that you need to get up off your chest. Because at the end of the day, this is what I feel, right? This whole platform was created so that people will feel free to state whatever it is that they want to state, right? Now, and that's whether I agree with you or not, right? If anybody follows me on here, y'all know that when I don't agree, I'm going to say I don't agree with it. If I say something is bullshit, I'm going to say I feel like that's bullshit, right? If I say whatever, I'm going to say it. Why? Because it's freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying? And then if someone proves me wrong, right? Because we all have the ability to prove someone wrong, right? You are more than welcome to state that as per this, right? I am highly analytical, so therefore you can't come to me with your opinion and call that shit truth or fact. It's not. It's just your opinion. The same way how I would never tell anyone in y'all that my opinion is a truth or a fact. It's an opinion. But if I got some real proof, then I'm going to back that shit up, right? So let me start by saying this, and I'm going to get this off my chest once and for all, okay? A conspiracy theorist is a person that poses questions that will shake the norm, right? the normal flow of society, the normal way in which society is thinking. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what a conspiracy theorist is, right? I have no area, I have no problem, I have no real concern with anybody that considers themselves a person that asks questions. None whatsoever. You're supposed to ask questions. You are supposed to think outside the box. You are supposed to think analytically. You're supposed to think logically. You're supposed to think sensibly. Does this make sense, right? Now, I will say this. In all of that thinking, you also need to think, is what you're saying sensible? Is it logical? What truth, what fact do you have to back whatever it is that you're saying, right? Actual documented fact. Not from one of these little makeshift ass websites where someone just posting up all of their opinions around information. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about actual documented facts, truth, your data, your numbers, your statistics, all of that. That's what I'm asking for, right? That's it. If you don't have that, all you have is an opinion, and you're entitled to your opinion. But I saw something that was floating around this good internet where people saying, I bet, I'm paraphrasing, y'all owe y'all conspiracy theorist friends an apology. I do not. I don't owe you nothing because all your theories have not been proven, period. Y'all were the same people running around last year talking about COVID was due to 5G and how you ain't want to get a 5G cell phone. Stupid. You sound dumb. I don't care whichever way you flip it, twist it, shake that shit, bake it, smack it or flip it, rub it down. Oh, no, you were still wrong. COVID didn't have nothing to do with 5G. Y'all kept saying, wait, watch when it come out. Watch when it come out. You're going to see. Then, y'all the same ones that was sharing that video of the birds dropping out the sky, talking about, see, that's COVID because the government is poisoning the air and blah, 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 blah. That video proven wrong. Wrong. W-R-O-N-G, wrong. Okay? Now, here we are, 2021, and y'all back at it. Now thinking someone owe you an apology. I'm sorry. I don't owe you anything. The same way how the same information that you're spewing, that you're calling information, that you're calling truth, that you're calling fact, that you're calling all this other extra stuff, that you're blaming the media for not sharing with us. You're blaming the media and saying the media just wants us to be afraid. You're doing the same stuff. You're doing the same thing. You're spreading distrust. You're spreading untruths. You're spreading lies the same way in which you're saying the media is doing it. So are you. And guess what? All y'all sound dumb. All of y'all. To a logical, sensible mind, all of y'all sound dumb at this point. No. Do I trust the media to let the media guide my life? Absolutely not. Since when have we ever trusted the media to guide our lives? That's why you sound dumb for even saying that they should. The media didn't tell you about all the natural remedies in order to build up your immune system. Stupid. Did you not research it? Do you not have the ability to fucking search out information? It's been there. When COVID first began and there was absolutely no vaccine, guess what the media was saying? The media said, you need to stock up on your vitamin C. You need to do this. It was like information overload. I didn't have these little roots and vitamins and stuff that they was talking about. I had never even heard of. Who the hell heard of milk thistle? Not Nakia. The fuck is a milk thistle? I didn't think I needed to take all this extra stuff. I didn't even think I needed to take elderberry. every day. But guess what? When this shit first came, I was like, wait a minute. What is this virus that people are dropping dead from? And I don't want this shit. So what I need to do? Common sense. But you want to be mad because the media ain't tell you some shit. This is why y'all dumb now. Because you don't research for yourself. The media ain't telling me to do this. The media ain't telling. And then when they came with the vaccine, they're just trying to poison you. Oh, don't forget about Mrs. Evers' boys. Y'all want me to go back to 65? I know it wasn't at 65, but I'm just throwing that out there because that was the first number that came to my head. I know it's not 65, but that's where y'all want me to go. That y'all want me to go back there. But y'all the same ones telling me to move forward, be progressive in my thought. But now I need to go back there. Now, you same dummies, because I'm getting this off my chest because I don't really care at this point. Like I said, anybody, y'all can come up here and say what you want. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a little conspiracy theorist and get it off your chest what you think? Call in. I'm going to let you say it. And I'm going to still say it's bullshit. But that's my opinion. Now, you little dummies running around here talking about the government is poisoning the air. The government is poisoning the water. And you're spreading around articles about, watch this. The article clearly says it's wastewater. What is wastewater, people? You know what wastewater is? For all you little questionable ass people, wastewater is the water that flushes down the damn toilet every time you piss and or shit. Why wouldn't COVID be in the water, in the wastewater, if a person with COVID is using a bathroom? Are we really that dumb that we can't think logically, sensibly? Are we really? Like, I just want to understand this. What else did they find in the wastewater? E. coli, maybe? Salmonella, maybe? Some of y'all with your little herpes having asses, maybe? They might have even found a little bit of chlamydia up in that bitch. What else did they find in that water that you sitting up here spreading a lie? Talking about the government poison. No, your ass poisoned the water with your shitting ass because you got COVID and you had to let it out. What is wrong with you people? The air. They poisoned the air. Oh, everybody's coming down with COVID. Now I got a question. What the fuck are you questioning? What is there to question? What is there to question? And all you people that agree with these questions, what are you agreeing with? What is there to question? You want to know what happened? Why COVID is on the rise right now? Because a lot of people got relaxed. A lot of people got relaxed. A lot of people got lackadaisical. Y'all little dirty niggas, y'all stop washing your hands and stuff, okay? Okay? You didn't want to use. Let me tell you something, okay? I was carrying my good little can of Lysol with me everywhere I went, okay? And I had my wipes. Wipe on, wipe off, okay? Everything. You hear me? Because one thing I said, what I don't want is the virus. I don't want no virus. I don't want your little dirty peen viruses. I don't want your little COVID viruses. I don't want your little flu viruses. I don't want none of that shit. So you know what the kid did? The kid bought masks. The kid bought them little, once they came back in stock. See, this is how you know people got relaxed. Stuff came back in stock and y'all wasn't buying them off the shelves the minute they hit. So what did the kid do? Stock up. Let me take a sip on that stock up. Mm-hmm. So yes, is it on the rise right now? Yes. But guess what's not on the rise? Deaths. Mm-hmm. Deaths are not on the rise right now. The shit was reported all over the good news. Deaths are not on the rise. Yes, are hospitals becoming crowded? Absolutely. You want to know why? Because you got relaxed. People y'all was sitting up here coughing and shit out here at the clubs, out here at the bars and stuff. You feel me? Y'all over here sharing blunts and stuff, sharing cigarettes and stuff. You're out here sharing hookahs and stuff. You're out here just sharing all these little fluids and stuff. And you wonder why it's on the rise. And let me say this too, because I'm coming for the Department of Education's ass. Okay, because you're endangering the lives of our children with the bullshit that y'all doing. Okay, now what you were supposed to be doing, because now the rise is in children's cases. Now, we all know that a lot of these children went back to school, but they were not vaccinated. You could not mandate the vaccine for these children to go to school. So we know we had a mixture of unvaccinated and vaccinated kids in these schools. And one of the first things that y'all little lying-ass school system, and I hope somebody from the school system is watching, because I'm coming down y'all road right now. Y'all little lying asses said that you were not going to have these kids changing classrooms, that only the teachers would change and the kids would sit in the classrooms. And that's not what was happening. And y'all were not disinfecting them classrooms the way in which you were supposed to. Y'all were not. And you wonder why these schools are seeing a rise in COVID cases. And then what's happening, okay? Because then these kids are bringing it home to their parents, okay? That's what's going on in this school system. Because y'all sitting up here didn't want to protect these kids. Mm-hmm. I'm not pro-vaccine. I'm not against the vaccine. I believe that's a personal choice for everybody. You have a right to decide what you want to do with your body. You have a right to decide what you want to put in your body. But some of y'all sound stupid. You want to know why? Because you're so against the vaccine, but you do 1,000 other things that can get your dumb ass infected with something. You little cheaters and adulterers, I'm coming down y'all road real quick too, because I got something to say about these last 2 shows I did that y'all seem to have an attitude with. I'm coming down roads tonight because I'm going to get it off my chest, because let me tell you what's going to happen in 2022. Y'all not getting this level of energy in 2022, but I'm coming down roads tonight because I don't care, because I'm not a cheater and I'm not an adulterer. Amen. How about that? Now, y'all sit up here and do all this extra type of stuff, okay? All this extra stuff y'all do. Sucking and slobbing on dicks that don't belong to you, licking and fingering pussies that don't belong to you and stuff like that. Y'all do all this stuff. Sharing all these little blunts, smoking all these little hookahs with all this stuff, with all these chemicals in it that you don't know. Okay, marijuana got mad chemicals in it. I don't care. It just comes from the earth. Shut up. You sound dumb unless you grew it yourself. Stop playing with me. I'm not dumb. Sorry, wasn't born yesterday. Smoking cigarettes, smoking cigars and shit. You do all this extra stuff. Half the food y'all eat poison y'all. Does it not? Am I lying? I ain't lying. Because half the stuff that the FDA allows in our food is not good for us. Okay? That's real. Half the stuff that the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, allows in our food is not good for us. And y'all tear it up every time, because half y'all ain't growing your own vegetables. You ain't got not near a bit of a cow that you don't raise yourself. You don't have a pig farm not nowhere. You don't have none of that stuff. But the government is trying to poison me. Okay. They've been doing it if that's the case. They've been doing it with your cigarettes. They've been doing it with pollution. We've been dealing with pollution since I was born. Since before I was born, we've had a pollution problem. What is wrong with you? Now, I'm over that. Let's get on these last 2 shows I done had, because I understand that I'm ruffled a few feathers. You feel me? And let me tell you about your feathers. I don't care. Because this is the problem with some of y'all, okay? And I said it before I started them 2 shows. I said, a lot of times we don't like having uncomfortable conversations because when it comes down our row and it meets us at our seat, we can't stand the heat of the shit that we do. Guess what? That's not on Nakia. That's on you and your conscience and your feelings. Because Nakia is saying, when I'm up on this platform, fuck your feelings. And I mean that. 1,000%. I mean that. Your feelings don't matter. Period. When I'm up here, it's not personal. This is called information. And guess what? If your actions offend you because someone is telling the truth about your actions, check your MFing self. How about that? How about learning how to stand accountable for the bullish that you put out? How about learning how to stand accountable for the nonsense that you put out? You put it out there. You're the one that did it. And guess what? People wouldn't even know what you did if you wouldn't feel so damn guilty every single time somebody talk about adultery and cheating, stupid. Nobody. First of all, let me say this. I'm standing behind a computer. I can't even see you to know that you're mad, dummy. But then I got to hear this little stuff. You know? Then I got to hear it. So then when I hear it, now I'm going to address it publicly. Hope you're listening, because I'm going to tell you right now, I personally don't care. I am not going to, my word, psychologize your behavior. If it is a poor character, it is a poor character. If it is a poor taste, it is a poor taste. If it is disgusting, it is disgusting. If it is disgraceful, it is disgraceful. If I said it, I meant it. Period. It's not personal. None of this shit is personal. You taking it personal because it hit your little row and it hit, landed at your seat. Oh, wow. Stand in that. Nobody knows. I'm behind a computer. Computer. And a mic. I don't care about your personal business. I don't. What I'm doing is I'm bringing out information. And look at how I did it, though. Let's be real, right? I had a man on the platform, former cheater. Other men on the platform that was cheated on or did the cheating, right? Women that was cheated on and did the cheating. One thing I always said, I never want to have an imbalanced conversation about anything. So let's hear all the good sides of it, right? Now, whether I agree with people's explanations for the reason why they did what they did, that was them and their feelings. Now, what I called bullshit on last week, because let's clear this up too. What I called bullshit on was trying to make a psychological excuse for cheating when there isn't one. There has not been a psychological scientific fact to state that. So I call bullshit on it. And guess what? I can do that. You want to know why Nakia can do it? Because this shit says the Muzzle is Off podcast. Where who? I am your host, Nakia Monet. And guess what? I'm responsible for what is said across here. And guess what? If it's not actual fact and you're saying it's a psychological fact and it's really not, I don't have no choice but to say, nah, that's bullshit. I would be irresponsible if I didn't do that. And let me say this, and that goes for anybody that has any type of platform. You are responsible for the information that comes across your platform. If you find out that the information that is on your platform that is being said is actually not correct, you're liable for that. Guess what? I got a whole Facebook group, because I'm coming down this lane too, because some of y'all have a real big problem with the fact that I say I'm a Capricorn, and I'm going to help y'all out real quick too, because I got a list of shit that I'm going to get off my chest. Because what I'm not going to do is keep doing this with some of y'all, okay? Now, Facebook is notorious. I got a whole group with over 7,000 people in this group. Capricorn, the most misunderstood sign, right? Whole group. One person posted something and it was a joke. Right before I come live on here, Facebook notifying me that they don't remove the content out my group, and they warning me about having false information in my group. It was a joke. It wasn't even fun. It wasn't even like serious. It was a joke at how they will dismantle my group if I continue to do what? Spread false information. So, for everybody that was upset, there's a reason why I do the things in which I do. I'm not just on Facebook. Let me say that real quick. I'm not just on Facebook. I'm on iHeart. I'm on Spotify. I'm on Apple. I'm on Google. Okay? So what I'm not going to do, I can't have a whole lot of opinions being thrown out as if it's a fact when it's not. And we have to be clear on that. I don't care what people say. You can say what you want, but just say, this is my opinion. This is what I think, right? Then you can say, because I read this here, and this is my opinion about what I read. Because at that point, I'm not arguing with you and your opinion. I don't argue with people's opinions. Because opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one. Everybody got an opinion. So I'm not arguing with opinions on nothing. Ever. I'm not going to argue with you on your opinion. I'm not. Because you're entitled to your opinion. You really are. Like, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I don't argue opinions with nobody. First of all, like I tell people, like I said it on that one podcast, I said, I don't have the mental bandwidth to do this right now. And I meant what I said. Why? Because I'm not going to argue an opinion. That's pointless. That is a waste of freaking energy to argue opinion with anybody. I want people to state their opinion. We ain't arguing opinions. You understand what I'm saying? There's a difference with all of that. You know, there's something called the art of communication. Everybody needs to understand there's an art form and how and the way in which we communicate. And part of that means not creating a hostile environment and arguing when it's all an opinion. Fuck, I look like arguing your opinion with you. I don't even care that much to argue it. So I'm not going to do it. Let's get down to this zodiac shit. Let me say this. And I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. If you, in your opinion, feel that the zodiac is demonic and all that stuff, fine. I'm not going to argue with nobody about the zodiac. You understand what I'm saying? But let me just be very clear. A lot of the things y'all say that y'all consider prophetic, that's demonic too. If I really want to be technical about it, right? Now, you don't believe certain people born at a specific time have certain characteristics, have certain traits, all this other extra stuff? I don't care. I don't care. But there is not one fact that you can actually show me explicitly written in this good book that y'all read that will tell me that the zodiac is demonic. Not one thing. All you have is an implied interpretation that that's what it is. I don't care about your implied interpretations about anything. You want to know why? Because an implied interpretation is an opinion. It's not fact. Oh, sorry. So I don't deal with that level of ignorance. It just is what it is. I'm not going to deal with it. So, like I just said, if that's what you feel, you are entitled to your feeling, but you have no actual factual proof that it is, period. So do not come on Nikia's posts and start spewing off all your religious rhetoric, because I'm going to tell you that you're religious. I'm going to. And then I'm not going to engage anymore because I choose what I engage in. Now we're going to go on to good old Devin and Megan Good. And let me say this, and I'm going to get this shit off my chest. Some of y'all ain't never had a successful marriage a day in your life, ain't never had a successful relationship a day in your life, and you have the audacity to sit up here and say what you saw coming about this man and this woman whom you've never even met personally. Then you want to sit up here and call this woman a harlot. You want to call her a Jezebel. You called her every other name besides her God-given name that her mama done birthed her with, which is Megan, okay? And being that God said that all things that he created was good, her name is Megan Good, and y'all have the all damn audacity to attack this woman in her most vulnerable state. You have no idea how it feels to get fucking divorced in the public eye. Public eye. To have every single last one of y'all little hateful ass critics sitting up here, oh, well, they was only married for 3 seconds and writing books about celibacy, and they was only married for this long. Well, how long was you married for before you started running around here talking about how great your damn husband was and how great everything y'all did, and then 2 years later, you realize the nigga wasn't shit, he was cheating on you, okay? Or you wasn't shit and you was cheating on him, but y'all niggas done put up this whole freaking fantasy world that wasn't even real. How many of you have done it? A lot. And you have the audacity to attack that woman. And what I don't like, let me tell you what I don't like, y'all attack the woman before y'all go after the man. That's some weak, low dick energy type shit. That's weak. What? That's what? Are you mad at a particular group, baby? Okay. So like I said, that is some little dick energy for all you men that sat up there and attacked that woman. I'm sick of y'all. And yet you probably do have a little dick. You got to, the way you attack the woman. I'm sure you do. And I don't care. And if you don't have one, you probably don't know how to work the one you got. I'm positive of that. Okay? Okay? I'm positive of that. Because how do you attack a woman like that? Calling her all types of stuff. Well, the Bible says, shut up. You don't know what the hell the Bible says. Now, let me go here. Because I'm going to get this shit off my chest before the good 2022 come in. Because some of y'all really sit up here and think that I ain't for marriage or that I ain't for relationships, right? Or she just bitter because of what happened to her. Let me explain something to you. What happened to me happened, and it all happened for a reason, okay? And it didn't happen for the reasons that y'all think, okay? It happened because I was meant to survive it. And Nakia was meant to survive it because Nakia was meant to warn other men and women alike, okay? Nakia was meant to warn every other man and woman alike to say, if you a man and this is how you act, I'm telling you, you might want to get your house in order. If you a woman and this is what you are experiencing, sis, you might want to fall back off of this entire situation. Number one, Nakia has never allowed that situation to shut her heart up to anybody. Period. And that's real, okay? Even after that whole entire situation happened, Nakia was helping other people that straight used her. And two of them were two fake ass pastors, okay? Let's tell the truth, okay? Because I always said that, number one, I would never allow what another person did to me to hinder my growth and hinder my ability to move forward. But what I will say is that some of y'all out there, the ones that have encountered me since that situation happened, there has only been one man that has ever came into my life that did not come into it to harm me. One. That's it. So if them two other little fake ass pastors is listening, y'all are fake as fuck. And that's just what it is. Okay? Tell the truth. Okay? Y'all niggas sit up here and swear, you know what I'm saying? Oh, she got to be bitter. No, she's not. She, me, her is not. I would never let a broke down nigga make me bitter over nothing. This is what healing is. Healing says that I can look anybody in the face and talk about what happened to me, talk about the situation, that I could write about it, I could laugh about it, I could cry about it, I could do a documentary about it. If I wanted to, I'll make a docu-series about it. If that means that I'm helping anybody to not ever experience what I experienced in that wayward ass church. So y'all sit up here and y'all get mad, okay? Y'all get angry. Y'all get all your little panties and all your little Bibles in a bunch, okay? Because y'all Bibles be bunched up, okay? Y'all be trying to throw them little books at me, and I, every time, got my own Bibles, don't need yours. You feel me? Because what y'all fail to realize is that in that season in my life, the only thing I could do was go before God. I couldn't go before none of y'all. None of y'all could help me because y'all was all in the midst of it. All of y'all. Lying, covering up for him, coming in my face, smiling. Oh, sis, God's going to work it out. Oh, sis, I'm so sorry. Oh, sis, I can't believe that he put your head through that window. Oh, sis, oh, my God, when I heard the glass shatter. But next thing you know, y'all got this nigga at y'all church services still to this day. So do you really think that any one of y'all could have helped me with my healing? No, you could not have. I didn't need none of y'all prayers. Because the Bible says the prayers of the righteous availeth much. Half y'all ain't righteous, so you can't pray for me. I'm sorry. Ain't happening. You cannot. And you will not. That's just what's real. And I'm saying this because I never really said this before, but I'm saying it now. And I'm going to get it off my chest. You feel me? In 2021, because some of y'all really tried to play me this year. Y'all tried me. Oh, sis, we're going to invite you here. Oh, sis, oh, my God. Everybody needs to know your story. Everybody needs to hear what happened to you. Oh, my God. Blah, blah, blah. And then what? Mum's the fucking word. Let me help y'all out real quick. Because I never asked y'all for nothing. And I never would have. We were only connected because someone connected us. Okay? And I'm happy that you left me on mute. You want to know why? I'm going to tell y'all why. Because where God has me right now in my life, he does not have me doing things the traditional way. Okay? So all your little traditional, all them little conferences, all that stuff, and I applaud you for what you're doing. I'm not calling them little because they're little. I'm just saying, just flow with the conversation. You feel me? But what I am saying is that what you had the potential to do was set me back with what you tried to do. You tried to overpromise. You tried to overdo all this extra stuff. And then you went like, and then it was no returning phone calls. Act like you ain't see a text message. I know I got memory problems since that little fat nigga put my head through that car window. I know I got memory problems and stuff, but I remember a lot of stuff. And I will never, ever forget how some of y'all did me in 2021. I will never forget it. You don't ever have to worry. I don't want your platform. I don't want to speak at your conference. I don't. Trust me, I don't. Trust me, I really don't. I don't care about gracing your pulpits. I don't care about let me help y'all out real quick. Don't even ask me in 2022. Because I'm going to say no. I was entertaining all these little ass and all that stuff. I entertained it because we were connected. But come 2022, I'm not entertaining none of it. You will not have the authority or the ability to think that you're going to silence me. You won't. Sorry, ain't happening. Also, do not apologize. Let me put that out there because I'm going to ignore all of it. I already did it a few months ago, okay? When a woman invited me to her conference, all this extra stuff, had all these good words. Oh, because I want you to help the women and blah, blah, blah. And you could sell your book and you could do this, that, and the third. And then didn't hear nothing. Then it was, oh, sis, I'm sorry. We just went another way. We did. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear it. None of it. And I'm not going to hear it. 2022, Nakia's not hearing none of that stuff no more. I make my own path. I make my own lane. Period. I've been doing it, and I'm going to keep doing it. Period. None of this is going to stop me. It hasn't stopped me. Ain't none of y'all broken promises stop me, and it never will stop me because I don't live for people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people sat up here who she just wants to be validated. Not by you. I'm sorry. Y'all can't afford to validate me. Let me put that out there like that. And I'm just being real. Getting it off my chest. Y'all ain't want to call in and get it off your chest. So I'm gonna take over. I'm gonna do me. You feel me? I'm gonna do me. Okay? So therefore, don't worry about it. Okay? Because I'm not doing it anymore. What you had the potential to do, if I was weak and if I really was looking for your validation, what you had the potential to do, you had the potential to crush me. Doing stuff like that literally can crush a person if they're a little weak in their heart and if they are really vulnerable to all that stuff. But because of everything that I went through in this Good Wayward Church world, I knew it before it was even coming. Like I knew what it was. I knew what it was hitting for. I knew what the silence was about. I knew what you know what? Let me get back to you on that. When it was your idea. Nakia didn't ask you. You brought it to Nakia. That's one, and that's one thing I think people don't fully understand or realize about me. I don't ask people for shit. I really don't. Sorry, that's just not me. So if you do see me somewhere, it's because someone asked me. You understand what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I'm just not gonna carry none of that shit. Because I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It bothered me, but it didn't affect me. But it bothered me. Right? It bothered me. Because I'm like, y'all sit up here talking about how you love the Lord and all this other extra stuff, but you can't even fulfill the word in which you said he gave you. Mm-hmm. But I'm supposed to trust the God in you. Nope, not doing it. So 2022, y'all ain't got to worry. I'm telling y'all that right now. Your kids on some whole new other stuff. You feel me? And I'm not going to be on the stuff that y'all on. I'm not traditional. And I will never be traditional again in my life. Okay? Because all of that tradition got me where I was. What broke me free was losing all of that shit. And I'm not going to pick it back up. I'm not. I don't want to sit up here and look like none of y'all. I don't want to talk like none of y'all. I don't want to act like none of y'all. I don't want to be like none of y'all. Nakia is going to be Nakia, point blank, period. Whether Nakia get a whole more tattoos that cover right here, whether Nakia do whatever, Nakia is going to do what Nakia wants to do. Whether that means Nakia is going to wear them little thigh-high boots that she wear, I'm going to rock them wherever I am. You hear me? because I need people to understand one thing. I don't care. Your opinion doesn't move me. Those days died April 24th, 2018. And they ain't been back. So, what does this leave us for the good 2022? Let me tell you what it leaves us. Free! Shit. Some of y'all been needing to be free. Some of y'all so bound because you're so scared of the opinions of people. Let me say this. I'm going to end this podcast. Albert, who you want to come on here because you got a lot of shit to say and I don't even know you. Like I was really ignoring you and stuff like that, but do you have something that you really want to say? Who are you? Who are you? You want to call? Because I'll open back up the line just so you can call. I will open up the line just so you can call. And then I might even open up my own level session and really deal with what you're really asking me. Why address things that you don't care about? Are you mad at church people? Are you been hurt by religion? Well, you might want to rephrase that and say, have you been hurt by religion? Like, what the fuck are you saying? And who are you? See, this is the stuff that really gets me mad. And this is what I'm saying. If you read the title of the podcast, it clearly said, get it off your chest Wednesday. Clearly, you wasn't on from the beginning, so you came on at the part that tickled your fucking ear. So let me help you with your fucking ear tickled ass. Number one, I can address whatever the fuck I want to address because it's my fucking platform. Let me help you out with that. Number two, I'm not mad at anybody. Dogs get mad. I'm not a fucking dog, okay? Let's deal with that. Oh, and it can be your first time on, but you coming at my neck like you know me and you don't know me. So let's deal with let's deal with this shit in order, because you don't know me. Or what you can do is you can get off this live. Are you been hurt by religion? Have I been hurt by religion? Religion can't hurt me. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't even know you. And this is what I'm talking about. Why address things that you don't care about? What are you? Because it's an open platform. That's why. And I can address whatever I want to address. Now I'm highly annoyed. Anyway, y'all, I was really about to end this shit on a good positive note, and that just totally annoyed me. Because what I was going to say was, nah, you're not trying to figure nothing out. Learn how to ask questions. Everybody, I've been seeing your comments. Everybody already done addressed you and told you I wasn't mad. Everybody addressed you and said that, but you keep wanting to put that out there. Don't do it to yourself. You're not trying to figure nothing out. If you was listening, you would have heard what the hell I said. But you clearly are from the church, because I see one of them little arch things in your picture, and y'all church people have a problem hearing correctly. I get it. You only hear one way. You can't hear all ways. I get it. It is what it is. I'm over it. Like I was just saying, because I was really trying to end this shit being positive, and it always takes that one person, probably from the little wayward church, that always wants to twist things back around and make it seem like something that it's not. If I was angry with the church, I wouldn't even go to church, and I actually do go. If I was hurt by religion, religion can't hurt me. Religion is a matter of people's opinions. I don't care about opinions. Religion can't hurt me. God didn't hurt me. The Bible didn't hurt me. Like, I'm more spiritually mature to understand that. Are you mad at church people? Why would I be? I don't care about church people. Why would I be mad at church people? I'm addressing some things that happened and saying, don't worry about it in 2022. That's what I'm addressing. But if you was on from the beginning, you would have heard everything. I addressed a lot of different things. I ended it there. And that's where it's going to end at. So what we're going to do is there will be no Muzzle Off podcast next week um, because I'm coming back with a new series starting on January 12th. Y'all will see the flyer out because, like I said, I, Nakia Monet, believes in marriage. I, Nakia Monet, believes in love, relationships, all of that. And when we come back, which will be on January the 12th, thank you, Angie. Hey, Philip. Um, when we come back on January the 12th, we're going to have a new series going because I want to deal with some other things, right? And one of the things that's been extreme on my heart to deal with is really and truly Black love, right? I personally believe that we love like no other. Thank you, Danielle. Hey, Carla, and kiss them babies for me, please. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna apologize to y'all because y'all have never seen me really react that way. And there are certain things that will literally trigger. Hey, Nat Rain. Hey. There are certain things that will literally trigger a response out of me, right? And I was watching the comments. So I can see every comment that comes up here. I just want to let y'all know I can see every comment. I don't address every comment, but I can see all of the comments, right? I just want y'all to know that I can see it. Okay. So I saw when he first asked, was I mad? And also the action, I saw it. Okay. I ignored it because Carla, you responded in the comments. V, you responded in the comments. I saw y'all respond like, nah, she not mad. Danielle, I saw y'all respond, nah, she not mad. So for him to then ask that, you want, and I don't like giving people the energy that they want. You feel me? But every now and again, I'm going to give it to you. And tonight happened to be that night. Why? Because don't play with me. You understand what I'm saying? I am not angry with the church. I'm not angry with church people. One of the things that I have learned to grow and accept is that people are going to be people. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't expect people to be anything other than who they are, which is themselves. I have learned that. You know what I'm saying? And I've learned that in order to, number one, protect myself. This has worked for me. Because when I did not allow myself to see people for who they really are, and I expected them to be something different, it hurt me in the end. So therefore, I can't be mad at anybody, you understand what I'm saying? Because I expect them to be who they are. That's that. That's how that shit works for me. You know what I'm saying? So to keep pushing this button that you want to press, now I'm gonna give it to you. Get the fuck off. Like, what's the problem here? Why are you addressing things that you say you don't care about? Who are you? I can address whatever I want on the Muzzle is Off podcast because it's mine. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, like, don't do that. You know, don't do that. Don't do that. That right there, don't do. Because at the end of the day, the true story is, I don't care about what your title is. I don't care if I see a crescent and a seal in your picture. You come up on this platform, understand you're going to get what you're going to get, and I'm going to give it to you real good. Period. So don't push me. Thank you, Nat Rain. Hey, Donnie. Thank you, Carla, because whoever sent him, I'm still good. You hear what I'm saying? Like, and I just want to address that. Like, don't do that. You understand what I'm saying? Albert, if me cussing at you offended you, I'm going to apologize for cussing you out, but I'm not going to change what I said. Don't come up on here trying to poke at something instead of the whole title of this shit was get it off your chest. That's what we do. And that's what's wrong with some of y'all church people. Y'all don't allow people the freedom to state what they feel. You want them to say God is good and God is good all the time and God is good. Sometimes people might not feel that way, and they should be allowed to express how they feel so that they can then move forward in all of their goodness that they got going on. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So let people be. Don't start poking at them. You mad at church people? And if I said yeah, then what? Was you going to offer the solution for me being upset with church people? Was you going to offer the solution for me being hurt by religion? What solution was you going to offer to that? Because guess what? There are people that have been hurt by church people. There are people that have been hurt by religion. You want to know why? Because religion keeps you bound and it keeps you stuck. Religion keeps you in a box full of stuff that can't nobody be free from. Religion is what told some of y'all men that was attacking Megan Good, calling her a harlot, and some of y'all women attacking her, calling her a Jezebel, and all that was religion talking to you. You never met that woman a day in your life, but you judged her based on her experience. Well, Albert, maybe you need to come back and watch from the beginning so you get the full story of everything that I addressed on here. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I don't know you, so it is what it is. But what I will say is sometimes you got to watch what you say to people. You don't know me. If this is your first time coming on here, you don't know me. So they already told you I wasn't mad. We addressed the fact that I wasn't even mad. I'm still not mad right now. My voice is a little deep because I'm getting over this bipolar weather type cold or whatever. But I'm not even mad right now. But when you keep poking at something, then you want to, why are you addressing things that you don't care about? Because I can. That's why. So like I was saying, 2022, January 12th, we're going to restart this. And I got a brand new topic that I'm going to kick off with my brother and sister. Because like I said, I'm going to celebrate. Don't I sound like Nick from Down the Hill. Listen, my poor voice, I got a little, okay, maybe it's not melodic, but I feel like my voice be melodic sometimes, but it ain't melodic today. I'm straight raspy, I feel like I should be like in a battle rap right now. Like I need to be in a battle rap or something. You know what I'm saying? I could do it. No, I can't do it. I ain't a rapper. But Danielle, I am still editing and writing. I got my own book that'll be coming out shortly, and I got another project that's going to be coming out too. So yes, I am. So lemon and ginger. So Grand Marnier don't count, right? No? Okay. My bad, Donnie. Let me say this to y'all. Wait a minute. Because Donnie on here, right? Hit me up, Danielle. Donnie on here, right? So 2020, I said, I'm going to be crop top all 2021. Right, Donnie? I said it, right? I said I was going to be crop top all 2021. And he was like, all right, let's get it, right? Now, for all y'all that don't know, Donnie is my trainer. Donnie, throw it up. Yes, I am ATF. Donnie is my trainer, right? He does virtual training too for anybody that need a virtual trainer. Just throwing it out there, whatever. If you're not in New Jersey and you need a trainer. Anyway, so now I said I'm going to be crop top all 2021. You feel me? Donnie was like, all right, let's get it. You feel me? I was like, all right, Donnie, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm in it. Let's do it. And he ain't failed because I hope in crop top all 2021. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what we're going to stay. We're going to stay crop top all 2021, 2022, 2023. I even bought crop top sweaters and stuff. I said that's probably what got me sick a little bit. I'm over here crop topped out and everything. You know what I'm saying? Steady with my crop top and not realizing that the weather done went down to 20. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm crop top all 2021. I got to put some clothes on. See, there he is. That's Donnie. Listen, we stay ATF over here, okay? Listen, We don't play no games. You feel me? And let me tell you guys something. Come 2022, it's gonna be a totally different ball game. V, thank you, Carla. Telling y'all hit up. Y'all see? Wait, I don't know where I'm pointing to. There, boom. Y'all hit him up. Trainer extraordinaire. V, you ready? Let's go. Crop tops. V said it. You wear crop tops year round. Thank you, V. Listen, Sunday I saw my grandmother and I had on all my good jeans with my cuts in them, the little slits, all skin was out. She only saw the front side, right? So then, and I sat down. V, just get it, V. So I sat down and then I had got back up. She looked, she said, oh, they even cut in the back. I said, yes, yes. And she said, and you bought them like that? My mom, don't do me. I bought my jeans like this. Then about 2 hours later, I bet you paid a lot of money for that, didn't you? I said, well, Mama, what you consider a lot of money? Like $40? I said, a little bit more than that. You paid money for your jeans to be cut like that in the front and the back? I said, yes. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Sure did. And I'm going to wear it. You want to know why? Because, yes, I am ATF. Right, Tony? Boom. Trying to tell y'all something good. Listen here. Because I came there and I wasn't wearing a crop top. I'm going to tell y'all right now, wasn't nothing cropping on this topping. You feel me? Wasn't nothing cropping on this topping. There was not a crop in sight. Tony, did you say she knows Woolworth? You know what? I'm going to tell her you said that. I'm like, my mom, Donnie said you know Woolworth prices. So, yeah. But yeah, because she's showing us, she was like $40. No, a little bit, come up. What, 50? I was like, a little. You paid like $60 for your jeans to be ripped? Yes, I did. Okay. I said, and I can hear you now calling your whoever and telling them how I done came over here with some ripped up jeans on and it's the wintertime and it's cold. Then come Monday, here I am, don't have no voice, over here sweating hot and stuff. You know, let me get this off my chest. Let me tell y'all what happened, right? So I wasn't feeling well. Monday morning, I'm not feeling well. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't getting no help. Some of y'all know my nephew here. You feel me? I asked this little person. He ain't little. He taller than me, 21. I said, Christopher, I'm going to leave the money right there. I'm not feeling well. You know what I'm saying? I got a negative COVID test, but I'm not feeling well. I need you, if you can, go get me some water, and I just need some chicken noodle soup from the store, right? Now, he's over here having a heart attack because his girlfriend done left her phone in the Uber that they took over here, right? Okay, fine. He's like, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm like, okay, just call the freaking Uber driver. Like, it's not that difficult, right? So, okay. So he's calling the freaking Uber driver. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, okay, that's perfectly fine. Call the freaking Uber driver. You know what I'm saying? And so he comes. Now, at this point, I'm in the bed because I am really not feeling well. I had a negative COVID test and all of that. But I'm out. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I'm out. I'm in the bed. I'm not feeling well. All I needed you to do, go get some water, just give me some chicken noodle soup. That's all I needed. So he comes in the room. He's like, listen, I got to go to the Uber driver's house to pick up Mel's phone. Can I use the car? I'm like, I mean, isn't it snowing outside? You know how to drive in the snow because you ain't been here in the snow. You was in Georgia and they got different types of snow. They don't drive in the snow. It's snow. He was like, it's just raining. I'm like, okay. If you got to go pick up a phone, okay. Now, I put the $20 for this water and this chicken noodle soup right underneath the key, which means you couldn't miss this money because it was sitting right there. one not feeling well. I'm the one sitting over here feeling like I'm near death. You feel me? And he take the key to go get the damn cell phone, but don't take the money to get the water and some chicken noodle soup. I said, but what type nonsense we got going on here? I told you I don't feel well. I'm over here, Mucinex out, you feel me? You could go get a cell phone from Elizabeth, but you can't bring me no water. I said, oh, wait till he get back here in 2 weeks. I can't wait for it. You feel me? Because I'm going to rip him a whole good new one. Let's get it off your chest so I can get this off my chest. Because that pissed me off. Okay? He know his aunt sitting over here single. Ain't nobody helping me. I was like, you know what? That's fine. I'm not going to get this water myself. You know what I'm saying? And true story, I really ain't had no strength to do this stuff. Because I really was feeling bad. Like, I was really feeling bad. You know what I'm saying? I said he wasn't raised right. I don't care. I tell his mama, him, and everybody he wasn't raised right. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. He wasn't raised right. So I can't wait because I'm going to tell him when he get back, spending his time with his girlfriend. You wasn't raised right. Then, because I get up yesterday morning, right? And I noticed, you know what I'm saying? I said, oh, he clearly must have had McDonald's, right? Because instead of him taking the damn garbage out, he just shoves it down in there like he making more room for me to put the garbage on top. Now, I was still feeling kind of bad yesterday. I didn't have that much strength in me. So I'm fighting with this damn garbage bag to get it out the garbage can because you done shoved it all the way deep down up in there. So now I got to be like, you know what I'm saying? Shaking the thing loose and stuff. I said, oh, wait until he gets back in 2 weeks. I got something to say about this bullshit here. You wasn't raised right. Ain't no way in hell. If I tell you I'm not feeling well, why I got to fight with the garbage to get it outside? You understand what I'm saying? Why I got to fight to get some goddamn water and some chicken noodle soup? You feel me? I said this. And you know what? I swear this got to be the depiction of modern day men. I promise you. I just think some of y'all wasn't raised right. I don't care what you say. Because now I saw a little post today. And you know what? He was supposed to come on here. I don't know where he at either. Oh, wait. Did he message me? Because y'all know. I don't be paying this. Oh, my God. You know what? This was wrong with the people. Wait a minute. Because it was his post I'm about to talk about right now. Because the thing, it was freaking hilarious. Anyway, so there was a post. I saw it today, right? And in the post, it said, I really thought, I ain't even gonna hold you. Some of this stuff, I really think is funny, right? Because I really think that some people really just say certain things in order to just go viral because they know that it's gonna piss y'all off. So they know that they need to say something that's gonna cause like a whole lot of shares and stuff, right? And it works every single time. So the girl said, and I think this was on Twitter. The girl said, if we're going on a date and you don't offer to pay for babysitting plus a to-go box for my child, we are not going. She said, why should my baby daddy or I have to come out of our own pocket when you're the one asking me out? The whole date should already be planned out, including all extra fees. Now, let me say this. Now, I know some of y'all be for real with a lot of that stuff that is being said on this good social media, but I can't, for the life of me, think that that's real. Because if a man is sitting here and he's about to take you out, it is your responsibility as a mother of a child to secure your babysitting so that you can go out and have a good time. Now, if he offers to do it, that is very different. If he offers to do it. But for you to make this a requirement of a date, I'm sorry. Conversation ain't that great. For me. If I was a man, that's what I would say. We don't need to go out to eat because your conversation ain't that great in order for me to have to foot the bill for all it is for you to even go out on a date. We're not doing this, okay? Thank you, Carla. Carla, you just said you feeding your own kids. I don't know if there's any other woman that's listening, but that's what this good post said. That's what she said. And then her name is I Said What I Said at Juicy K. Now, I don't know. I don't have any kids, so this is not my issue. Okay? Let me say that. Nakia doesn't have any children, so this is not Nakia's issue because Nakia doesn't have any children. But single mothers, if you are listening to me, and when I say single mother, because I know that's another hot topic for some of y'all, because some of y'all, you're not a single mother if the father is still living and he's active in the child's life. You're a single woman that is raising a child. Whatever. I'm not getting into all them technicalities with singlehood. What I'm saying is, if you are a mother and you are single as far as your relationship status is concerned, is this what you're saying? You there? Now, I need y'all to tell me if y'all can hear him. So say something else, and I need them to tell me if they can hear you. So y'all let me know if y'all heard him say hello, because he said hello 3 times. Because if not, I got to disconnect this good microphone and stuff. What he say? I can hear you, but sometimes, okay, she said no, so hold up. I got to do this another way. Say something now. Hold up. Let me change the microphone. MacBook. Okay, say something else.
Say something else.
Oh, boom. Can y'all hear him now? Because this thing is it is sensitive. Good, they can hear you. Go ahead. What you got to say, Keith?
I don't know. What you rather ask me?
Well, I was just talking about that post you put up today with the girl that said, if we're going on a date and you don't offer to pay for babysitting plus a to-go box meal for my child, we ain't going. Now, Joni said, He said maybe. He said right here. He said Happy Meal of 4 for $4 and Lil Tata on your way back right before I drop you off, and that's it.
Right.
So you gonna offer a Happy Meal or 4 for $4?
I mean, she's probably trolling. I really hope that nobody is that delusional. I really hope nobody's that delusional. I mean, that's a very, very, very extreme example. That's extreme. Usually I don't see, I mean, I see delusional things on social media that women say, but that is a very extreme example. But I don't know. She might, it's so extreme that I think she's trolling.
Wait a minute. Did you say COVID is getting so bad that you got to start asking people for a negative test result prior to going on a date?
No, that was more of a general thing. That was a joke. I ain't really do that.
You see, I'm cracking up about that. Now, other people might not laugh, but I found that to be hilarious.
Nah, but the whole point I was saying is it's just getting to the point, COVID's just really bad. So, and COVID, you get it from somebody else. And when you go on dates, you're really in close contact with somebody. So that's why I was like, damn, you have to ask somebody for a negative COVID test result before you go on a date with them. I
mean, you might have to start asking for that. Some of y'all need to start asking for, you know what I'm saying, all them other test results before you fuck them. So it's the same thing.
They ain't asking for that.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
No, but you're absolutely right. You should. That's what you're supposed to do, but people typically don't do that.
Yeah, but some of y'all need to start asking. Let me tell you something. Some of these, and when I be the good male advocate, y'all don't be respecting my male advocacy. What I be trying to say is sometimes y'all need to find out these women's pHs because then they make your dick toxic.
You're right.
I mean,
you're right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, people thinking y'all got toxic pee and it ain't your fault. It's just that she had toxic pus and then screwed up your whole pH balance. And now you done screwed up somebody else's pH balance. And next you know, pHs is all unbalanced because somebody didn't check their pH. That's all I'm saying. Now, because let me say this, y'all. So this is key, right? Key posts really make me laugh. You understand what I'm saying? Now, 9 times out of 10, I am joking on his post because it's hilarious. There was one time where some dude came for me and I was like, you better get your mans, okay? Because I don't even know him. And he's sitting over here going
real. What post was that?
That was like a month ago. I don't even remember. But dude went real left and I was like, I'm about to come at his whole neck. He might have been from freaking Philly too.
Oh, I remember, but I just can't remember what post exactly, what I said on that post. I know who it is. Mm-hmm. I know who it is.
Mm-hmm. You should know who it is. You should know who it is because he went real left, and I was like, I'm about to come for him because I believe he's from Philly, and I got a lot to say about Philly people. Angie, I love you though. If you're still listening, you know I love you, Angie.
Actually, he's from Baltimore.
That's where he was from. Baltimore. You know Baltimore. What? That's
I would have to scroll through to see exactly because I post a fair share amount of stuff, but I can't remember exactly what I said on the post and why you responded to. I really wish I could remember. I usually do remember these things. I don't have a bad memory, but I can't remember exactly what I said. Well, yes, I do remember that interaction. I do remember that.
Well, the fact that he was from Baltimore was you. Angie, he wasn't from Philly. He was from Baltimore because you know what? I knew he was from somewhere down there. I knew it wasn't up here though. But Angie, I will come for Philly. You already know how we feel about Philly dudes.
Man. So anyway, this is my first time actually getting on a podcast, calling in on the phone. So how does this work? Do you call other people and they come and join in the conversation? Because I can't hear anybody else but you.
No, so because ain't nobody want to call in. If they wanted to call in, you would hear them because y'all would all be on the phone at the same time. But the people didn't want to call in. They didn't want to get nothing off their chest. They just wanted to hear me get all the stuff off my chest that I wanted to get up off my chest. So I said,
right. I bet you if I start talking about some certain things, they probably would call.
Now, let's talk about.
Tell me this. Let me question. So how many people? I know you can see this in here. How many people are actually listening right now?
Right now it's 12 because we've been on here for an hour and 21 minutes because you late.
12. I apologize, but I told you I called and then it said you didn't start the meeting.
Well, because it stopped after 7:30. You called in. It was.
Oh, I apologize. I didn't even know. I didn't even know.
Mm-hmm. But what time did I send you the dial-in information? Though, let's start there.
You sent it. Okay. Listen. All right. I
Okay.
apologize.
I just wanted to make sure I was on time because I was.
You definitely was. Yes,
Okay.
you were. You sent it at 6:47.
Thank you. Early.
Around that time.
I was
early. I
early.
couldn't get to the phone at the time.
See what I'm saying?
Sorry.
See, and y'all always talking about that we run late. No, we don't. You ain't nothing to say there. Oh, okay.
It was a post. Where did I post the other day? Because I can actually bring that up. I'm pretty sure other people that's listening would probably disagree with me, but whatever.
Which post are you talking about?
Well,
I hope it's not the one where you said maybe she prepares steak and it slides off the bone. You ain't talking about that post.
No. Not that one. I'm talking about actual stuff. Okay, so this girl posted. Do you know who the comedian? What's her name? Julius Jones or Jamila Jones or something like that. Hold on. I'm gonna get you her name. Hold on. Let me go. I can't even remember her name that fast. It is. Oh yeah, Lisa Jones. You know the comedian Lisa Jones?
Nope. Who that?
Okay, you got to Google her to see what she looked like.
Okay.
So this girl posted and said, "Don't make sad confession." I guess it's something old. It wasn't recent. Men don't notice me. I may die alone. So she said that. First of all, Miss Lisa Jones, unfortunately, she's not that attractive. So that's the reason why guys are not paying attention to her, because she's not that attractive. But it's women on the post. It's a girl that posted the article. So it's women on the post saying, "Oh, that's so sad," and what? So maybe she'll get a white guy, and black guys are this, black guys like. Stop. Now that the fact that a woman's at a disadvantage, everybody wants to have a pity party for her. Everybody want to have a pity party. But if I make, oh no, let's be serious. Let's be for real here. All guys are judged based off of what they can provide to a woman, right or wrong.
Did you say all?
No, guys are guys not judged based off of what they can provide for a woman.
They can be.
But listen to what I'm asking you. Are we chosen based off of what we can provide for a woman, right or wrong?
Some of y'all are, yes.
Which means some of us are. What do you mean?
Because some men aren't chosen based on what they can provide.
How so?
Well, I have not necessarily chosen men based on what they could provide, clearly. So I can only speak under my experience with that. But like Donnie just said, not all. It's not every man is chosen based on what he can provide. But I get where you're going. So go. Okay. I'm following you though. Go ahead. I'm following.
Okay, so for the most part, okay, may not be you, but for the most part, women choose guys. Okay, this guy can provide me. All right, okay, maybe I can get this guy a chance. The whole point I'm trying to say is, if a guy makes a certain amount of money, he can get a certain type of woman, caliber woman.
Okay.
And we know that's a fact. If I work at freaking, this is just an example. I work at White Castle. A girl's not going to give me a chance based off of where I work at, my status. And men are fine with that. We're fine with that. All we got to do is either we got to work harder or we just, okay, well, this is what I'm doing. Nothing I can do about it. But why? But there's no pity for a man when he's in that situation. But why do women want pity when they're at a disadvantage? Like, that's all. That was the whole point I'm trying to make with her saying that, and the girls all being on her side, saying, they shouldn't be doing this, and black men this and black men that. Man, she's not giving us what we want. What do you want me to do? Just choose it just because?
So because
Like,
she
why?
in her physical appearance, she didn't look that appealing. So she put up a post that basically said she's just gonna die single because she don't look good.
No. Not her. The girl is posted about the comedian because she feels sorry for her because people are not giving her the attention because they don't think that she's that attractive. The comedian, she's black, and it basically talk about black men, and that's why she said in the comment. Well, that's why she put the comment saying, "Oh, maybe a white guy like her." But why is it that you're trying to show pity for something? There's always pity for when a woman is at a disadvantage, but when a guy's at a disadvantage, there's no pity. If I'm 5'2", this nigga too short. You. How many girls you see post? Oh, you got to be 6 feet and up to ride this wave. How many girls you see post stuff like that?
I mean,
it's always.
I mean, sometimes we like to look up.
No, but that's fine. That's fine. The whole point I'm trying to make is, why is it always okay for a woman to have a stand, but as soon as a guy says some shit, as soon as a woman's at a disadvantage, we're supposed to have a pity party for her. That's fine. You can like your 6 foot guys, but there's no pity party for a man that's 5'2" that can't get with you because he's 5'2". You understand what I'm saying? That's my point. You're laughing because you understand my point. There's no pity party for a 5'3" guy. But we should have a pity party. We should have a pity party for a girl that we don't find attractive. No. You're just at a disadvantage. Same thing when it comes, and this is another topic. Same thing comes with a girl that have 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. Like, for me personally, at my age, I'm 32 years old. For the people that are listening, I don't say my age.
You say you're 32.
So I'm 32. Yes, for the people that's listening. At my age, I have to come to terms that if I meet a girl my age or older, it's more than likely she's gonna have a kid. I don't have any kids yet, but it's more than likely she's gonna have a kid. Not every girl has a kid, but it's more than likely she's gonna have a kid. And we do have to, take that in factor. What I try to tell certain women that they have a hard time understanding is that men, especially guys that don't have kids, typically don't go out looking to be a stepfather. And when I tell women that, they go berserk, like, "Oh my God, your mom was probably a single mother, and how could you say that about single mothers?" That's just because my mother is a single mother don't mean that I should just want single mothers. Oh yeah, well, my mother's single, I should want single. No. Guys typically don't look for that. Now, I'm not saying that it's not a possibility that you can't find that, but I'm telling you right now, more than likely, guys in the back of their mind are saying, "Damn, it's not even my fucking kid. Why do I want to pay for this kid? I don't want to pay for a kid that's not mine." Now, you may fall for a girl that got 2, 3 kids, but it don't mean that I was looking for that. And that's why I try to get women to understand, and they just seem to, think that it's something wrong with me and I'm simple-minded and all this bullshit. It's not bullshit. And a bunch of other guys would think the same damn thing.
So okay, So we talk about two different things. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna move forward.
Yeah, go back to the.
We're gonna go back and then we're gonna go back and we're gonna move forward. So let me say this.
Yeah.
So there is a difference with what you were actually referring to with regards to women having a pity party as it pertains to a woman and her physical appearance and her feeling as if her physical appearance is not appealing to a man, as opposed to a woman saying that a man should come in and be a provider, right? Like there's a big difference with that, because one can't be compared to another. A woman being judged on her physical appearance, with whether or not she's appealing or not, and not even recognizing whether or not she has substance, whether she has some level of value outside of a physical appearance, right? Now we understand that when you meet people, you meet them based on what you see, right? Mm-hmm. For the most part. Something that you see has to draw you into that person. And then afterwards, you know what I'm saying? And they might not be as appealing as you might think that they are, but their conversation is on point. You know what I'm saying? Their mind is on point. The way they move is on point. The way they handle their business is on point. So therefore, it then can manifest into something else because everything else about them is on super point. Now, if a person, there's the difference. If a person can only get physically aroused based on appearance, then yes, a person that is less appealing to them, they will not be aroused by them. But another person that is not aroused by physical appearance, but is yet aroused by the mind, but is yet aroused by the intellect, like a demi or sapiosexual type person, then they're going to find that person to actually be extremely sexy, extremely appealing, and they're going to be extremely horny to be around that person. And it's not about like, do she have a banging face? Do she have a banging body? Does she look like this? Does she look like that? Does she wear this? Does she wear that? No, it's not about that. It's going to be about where's her mind at? Where's her business savvy at? Where is she going? How is she moving? So now, what I will say is, you know, not to throw like shade on your age or anything like that, but just to throw this out there because you did state your age because you're 32, that might not appeal to you right now at a young age. But as you get older and you begin to move away from all this physical shit and really get down into some real substance type shit, that stuff, and you be like, okay, she might not have the best face and she might not have the best body, but yo, she banging.
No, I'm sorry. I can't let you spill that narrative out. What I'm telling you, you're spilling it. But listen what I'm saying. You're looking at it from a woman's perspective. That's mainly a woman's perspective.
Is a man on here that could agree with what I just said? Hold up. We're going to ask the man. If there is a man that could agree with it, let me know.
Men are more visual than that. We're more visual. That's you. You would. Women are more likely to say, okay, intellect. I'm not saying that it's none of that all that goes out the window. But I'm saying that men are more visual than women are. Because if that's the case, you can see some of the people that got all the money in the world and they got the best looking girl there is. Every time you look at a celebrity, you see them they clearly got money because they're a celebrity. And you see them with a trophy wife. That means that just shows you that just gives you and that's the celebrity example. But even if a guy if a guy's a certain status in his life, he's gonna go after a certain looking woman. And everything you're saying, I'm not saying those things again. I'm not saying those things go out the window. But men are mainly visual. They're mainly visual. So yes, those things happen, but we're mainly visual. That's what So
see, I'm gonna need another man.
I'm gonna need another man.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna need another man. Because I'm only gonna give you. Watching. Okay, A.B. Bracewell just said, as we get older, we need both. Intellectual and physical attraction is still important.
Yes. Intellectual, all that stuff is attractive. But I'm saying, compared to women, men are more visual. That's what I'm saying. Men are way more visual than women are. Of course, women, you gotta be some type of attraction to a woman. You gotta be some type of attraction, but shit. There's some people some people look good because they got money. If they ain't have money, they look like shit. Look at the old pictures of some of the rappers compared to how they now when they got money. They look like shit before they had money. Now they got money, they glammed up, they get haircuts and jewelry and earrings and more makeup.
That can also be said for some of the women too, because some of the women before pre-money, post-money, it's a different look. Money affords you the ability to buy different things, and it affords you the ability to, change different things about you, right? But at the end of the day, men are visual, right? Some men are visual, very visual. Some women are actually very visual. Some women will not be with a man if he is not visually appealing to her eye, right? Now, For us, we might be able to look past some other things visually, right? And get with a man regardless of whether or not we actually find him extremely like overly attractive or whatever the case may be, right? Because he might have other qualities. What I'm saying is there are men that will do that as well. You know what I'm saying? Like there are men that will stay stuck on the visual, right? But like you just brought up the example of celebrity. Okay, one of the hottest celebrity couples that the people really know about right now is Jay-Z and Beyonce, right? He rapped about it. He said he got the hottest chick in the game wearing his chain, but he was still cheating. He was still dogging her out, treating her any old kind of way. So whether or not you have the hottest person doesn't mean that you're going to treat that hottest person right. So there has to be
that's something different.
But it's all along the same lines, because at the end of the day, if a man is solely visual, right, then there's something else that keeps him still staying there that goes beyond the visualness of a person, of the woman, right? Because at the end of the day, if he's still cheating, he's still doing all the things that he's doing, but I got the hottest chick in the game wearing my chain. That's right, I'm Hove, right? So something else is yet and still missing. So at what point do we move past the physical attraction and do we get down to what are we actually attracted to? The physical might grasp your attention in that moment. All of that shit changes as you get older. She might get a little wider, hips might spread a little more, noses, they get a little wider, especially after you have children and stuff. Feet get bigger, whatever the case may be. Things begin to change as you get older. Your body ain't the same as it was the 20-year-old you. All that stuff changes. So there has to be something else there that keeps you with that person.
She already got the job. So 25 years in, she already got the job. She had the resume and she got the job.
And he almost got fired because he didn't know how to maintain.
Oh, yeah, but the whole. I mean, that's a different topic. All I'm trying to say is that
because when you solely focus on the physical,
you're not just solely focused on it. But I'm just saying that men are visual. That's how you attract the women, and then and all the other things come into line. But the visual helps a lot, and then like a job employer gets your resume. Get your resume, sees all the things you've done in the past before you apply for this job. Oh, okay, this guy's resume is great. Let's call him in for an interview. Then all the other things you might be bad at it, but because your resume is so great and you got all this experience, you're like, you know what, man? Fuck the interview. His interview was bad, but this guy has the skills that we need. Let's hire him. Like that's all I'm saying. But it helps. That's what really helps when it comes to a woman. That's what I'm just telling you how guys typically think. No, I get that that's not how you think, but that's from a man's lenses. That's how we typically think. That's how we typically pick our women. That's how we pick our women. Now, they might have other characteristics that would make that you may look good, but it don't mean your characteristics are great. But that's how we typically pick our women. And the whole point of how we even got to this, all I'm saying is that it's just women when a woman is the ugly part is just one example. But when women are at disadvantages, they want a pity party.
No, we don't want a pity party.
We adjust.
We don't want a pity party.
I can't tell from.
We don't want a pity party.
Social media. Okay,
social media is not real life, but we don't want to pit. Women do not want a pity party if we feel that we are at a disadvantage in anything. Now, what I will say is that social media and the way that the social media construct is made, it might rally other women to get behind that woman in order to encourage her. But that does not mean that she actually wants a pity party. A lot of the times, people are just giving up their experience, right? Everybody has an experience, good, bad, or indifferent. It's an experience, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she actually wants a pity party. She's just giving an experience and people are commenting on that. So whether women get behind another woman to encourage her and say, you know what, this is wrong, that's fucked up, that's messed up, whatever the case may be, that's just a form of encouragement. It's not necessarily a pity party. So you can't look at it as a pity party and like as if a woman wants a pity party, because that's not necessarily the case. A woman's going to give her experience, and whatever that commentary that comes thereafter, that's what the people feel that they might need to do in order to encourage that woman to not look down upon herself. Because at the end of the day, if a woman feels that she's not as physically appealing to a man, that's something that she has to work on within herself, because that speaks down to how she values and views herself. That speaks to her self-esteem. That speaks to her self-worth, right? So what a lot of women will see is they will see that, you know what, she's actually devaluing herself based on something that she shouldn't even devalue herself with, because there will be someone out there that's going to love her for her. So women will rally behind that, but that's not a pity party. That's like, don't sit up here and act like y'all men, like little dick men don't get pity parties on social media. You know what I'm saying?
What the hell? Whoa, stop.
They do.
What are you talking?
They do.
Now you're just talking.
No, I have seen the post.
If I see women ganging up on a guy because his dick is little, I'm not about to say, hey,
it's not women. No, it's not women ganging up on a guy, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? They had a whole big thing about Little Peens Matter. I saw it on a good book. It was there. And I'm like, you know what? Little Peens matter too. See, you ain't got nothing to say about the little peens. See what I'm saying? But they had it. It was on social media.
But the whole point I'm trying to say to you is that you see what you're saying. You said when a girl feels her self-esteem is down because guys don't find her attractive, something like that, everybody gathers up around. Oh, girl, it's all right. Oh, it's all right. Blah blah blah. But when it's a guy getting tormented for his height, nobody's doing that.
Says
I see this shit all, but that's the one example. I see women gang up on a guy for being 5'2". Oh, I see it all the time. So it's always, that's what I'm saying. Every time a woman's at a disadvantage, which it proves my point. By you saying that women come around her and show her, try to make her feel confident, that proves my point. It's okay for a woman to say, oh, well, I don't want to talk to you because you don't make this amount of money. You can't do this for me. Okay? Guy's like, all right, well, whatever. Sure, you're not 6'4" or taller, so I'm not talking to you. So nobody feeling sorry for him. Nobody feeling sorry for the 5'4" guy. But we should feel sorry and show grace and mercy for a girl just because she's unattractive? No.
I ain't saying you gotta feel no way because a woman feels like she's unattractive or whatever the case may be. What I am saying is that if a woman shares, just like, listen, okay, Amy Bracewell, he said pity party might not be the right term, but validation is more accurate. I can agree with that. Some women feel the need to be validated, right, by the opinion of other people. I can get with that. And guess what? It works both ways. In the real whole scheme of things, it works both ways, right? I told you I saw a whole post about little peens, and I said, you know what? I'm going to share this because you know what? Little peens matter too. Okay.
And what was being said on that post? I never seen anything.
That's what happens when you don't pay attention to my page. You missed the whole article about little peens coming back in style. See what I'm saying? It was a whole good article about it. Little peens coming back in style or whatever the case may be. And I shared it. And I'm like, you know what? Little peens matter too. Because everybody can have a 6-inch, 7-inch, whatever, with the good curve, that go like that or whatever the case may be. Everybody ain't built like that, right? So they did a whole history on little peens versus big peens and how the big peens back in the day was demonized and all sorts of stuff. And then how it kind of flipped and where everybody wanted a big peen. And then now, you know what, little peens is making a comeback. And I was like, you know what, little peens matter too, right? Everybody peen matter, whether it's little, whether it's big, whether it's medium, whatever the case may be, it all matters, right? Now, sometimes men have problems with the little peen men. I'm just saying.
Well, we'll put it like this. I typically don't see men posting things in that manner and guys coming in corroboration and saying, "Hey guys, it's all right. Oh, you have a little pic, but it's okay because some girls don't like you for it." Like guys typically don't do that. Because that's what right. Men just don't. Men don't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Men don't do that. I mean, you posted that, but men typically don't do that.
Well, there was a man's article. It was a man's article.
Yeah, well, of course. See, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so it's like whenever somebody brings up something, bring up the rare occurrences. I've never seen you bring up the rare occurrences. Of course, you can win the lottery. Yes, you can win the lottery. The chances you win the lottery is slim.
Well, guess what?
You can still win the lottery.
Well,
but that's something that men typically don't post. They don't typically post shit like that. Oh, we short, but short people matter. You don't do that. Men just don't do that. All I'm just saying is women just want one of your listeners at a pity party. They want validation. Oh, boo fucking who? Because it's okay. Again, it's all right when a woman says, "Oh yeah, you're 5'2". I don't want to talk to you." We be like, "Okay, whatever," and go talk to somebody else, and we just adjust. The women want all that. But anyways, new topic. What was the other thing I mentioned about?
I don't know. You had me stuck on this woman needing validation shit. I don't remember no more.
She'll be all right. She'll be all right because men adjust to shit, and we all equal. Well, women want equality, so you can adjust to it too.
Are you gonna go there with this women want equality stuff? Because y'all killed me with this. Y'all really killed me with this.
We could go there with that because you do want equality, and I don't have a problem with a woman being equal. I don't have a problem with a woman being equal to a certain extent, like jobs and being able to drive and all that shit. I don't have a problem with that. Some women could do the same thing we do. Women just choose not to do it. If you look up statistics, there's more white-collar working women than blue-collar working women. Do I think a woman could get her hands dirty and go on a sewer and do what PSG guys do? Yeah, they can do that. But women typically don't do that. And America is one of the most freest countries in the world when it comes to women. There's some countries, third world countries, that don't even let women fucking drive cars.
Mm-hmm.
They can't come outside. They don't even have the choice to who they want to date. So, like, when I see when women complain about certain things, I'm like, yo, America, you have it. I think women have it the easiest in America. The easiest. What do you think about that?
I'm not comparing what we have here to a third world country.
Well, you should. You got to compare something.
I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to compare it. Because there's no comparison.
Why not?
A comparison, there needs to be some level of ability to really and truly compare. There is no real comparison because we know that here in the United States, we have a lot more privileges than women in other countries, especially a third world country, right? So I'm not going to compare what we have to a third world. I'm throwing it out there. Not to shade none of y'all, but I'm sorry. I'm not going to compare what we have to a third world country. Now, this is what I will say as it relates to a lot of this stuff, right? Women's rights technically had nothing to do with Black women. We still want unequal.
You have to just do it women.
No, it had nothing to do with Black women. Women's rights had everything to do with white women. It had nothing to do with Black women. Originally, women's rights was literally for white women. It had nothing to do with Black women.
Women in general, but they really left out Black women. Okay.
It wasn't women in general. It was very specific. It was white women. Like there was no women in general because we did not have rights at that time. So when they were fighting for their rights, It had nothing to do with Black women. It wasn't until the Civil Rights Act and a whole bunch of other acts that we kind of got thrown into, women's rights. Okay. So what I don't like to do is I don't like to discuss a fight that had nothing to do with me from the beginning. In its inception, it excluded me. So therefore, I don't include myself in that fight because they never included us from the beginning. That's Nakia's opinion on how she feels about women's rights. Now, because we are in a country now where we are now included in that, what I will say is this. Nakia, in Nakia's personal opinion, believes in gender roles. There are a lot of women throw gender roles out the window. And that's perfectly fine. I want you to have all of your gender roles thrown out the window. I don't care, right? I don't. But Nakia believes in them. Why? Because I just said earlier how I had to fight to get the garbage out of the garbage can. I don't want to take out the garbage. I feel that when I get a man, one of these good days, he gonna know that he gonna take out that good garbage. So I don't have to fight to get the garbage out the garbage can, okay? And take it and put it in an incinerator or in a dumpster or in a garbage can to be rolled out to the front in the driveway, whatever the case may be. Nakia believes in gender roles, okay? Do I believe as far as when it comes down to us working in corporate America or any other type of working environment that we should, if my male counterpart gets paid 10 to 15,000, 20,000 more and we're doing the same job, I should get paid equal pay because I'm doing the same job.
I believe that. I'm with you with that one. You're absolutely right. You're doing the same thing. You should get paid the same thing. It shouldn't matter your role. It shouldn't matter your gender. Shouldn't matter your sex. Your sex and gender, same thing. I mean, your sexual orientation, that's what I meant to say. None of that should matter.
Right.
As long as you're doing a job, the same thing, it should be equal in that aspect. You're absolutely right.
Yes. And I 150% will back that any way, shape, or form. What I will say is this. A lot of the times when this conversation comes up, 9 times out of 10, it comes up because a woman or somebody will put up a post that says they're not going 50-50 on no bills with a man if they live together. Next thing you know, you have all the men, but y'all equal. So why don't you want to go 50-50? Why don't you want to go this, that, and the third? You say that you could earn just as much as a man can earn. You say you can do this, that, and the third. Listen, one has absolutely nothing to do with the other. I believe in gender roles. And to go back to what you said before, as a man being a what? Provider. I have no qualms about that. I say it all the time on this good podcast. I say it on my Facebook page, okay? I not going 50-50 with no man, period. And Nakia, and let me say this, and Nakia can say it, right? Because Nakia has gone 100 with the man, married, living in a house, and Nakia's fronting all bills, cell phone bills, cable bill, rent, church bills, all bills. So Nakia has done it. Nakia has been the supportive wife. Nakia has been the supportive girlfriend. Nakia has been the support. Nakia has been, I'm only speaking for Nakia's experience, y'all. Other women, I can't speak for y'all. I can only speak for myself when it comes down to this because I'm not doing it. Okay?
Let me ask you a question. Tell me if this is fair. Let's say I make 100K at work, and my wife make 100K at work. I don't believe in 50-50 either. But what I also don't believe in is if we both making a shitload of money at work, why is all my money coming out of my wallet and her shit, and she just keeping her shit for what?
Now that I don't agree with, right? I'm gonna tell you why.
That's part of what I be. But there's a lot of women that say otherwise. And like again, if y'all making that type of money, why am I paying all the bills and you not doing shit? I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem paying the major bills. But goddamn, pay the freaking PSEG and a cable. Like, what's wrong with
that? And I can get with that.
Anything wrong with it.
I don't think there's anything wrong. And I can get with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm just not going 50-50. I think that if I got to go 50-50 with you and we share in the same bed, that's a problem. And Donnie, I hear what you're saying. If you ain't going 50-50, you don't want it. Listen, that works for you. That wouldn't work for Nakia. Because, and I'm not saying that my money just gets kept between me. No, because guess what? If this is how Nakia thinks, right? This is Nakia's own, and I'm gonna let y'all in on Nakia's thoughts. I feel that a man should secure the house. What does that mean? A woman should not worry about whether or not, you know what I'm saying, mortgage or rent is actually going to be paid, whichever one y'all got, right? As a man, you secure that. Nakia's opinion. This is how Nakia runs shit for her own personal self, which is why more than likely why I'm probably still single today, because this is how I think. And I don't care. I'm not going to change it. I would pay everything for myself before I allow another man to come up into my house and wreck shit. Because I allowed two to do that shit and I'm not doing it no more. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is I'm not saying that she just gets to sit on all her money. Because I got the same job like you got. We both got to make money. So what my thing is, I wouldn't mind paying PSE&G. I wouldn't mind going grocery shopping. I don't care about paying the freaking cable bill. And also, what I'm also not saying, I'm not saying that the man needs to assume all of her own personal bills, right? She gonna have her own car. She gonna have her own insurance. She gonna have her own personal credit card bills and all the extra shit. Same way how a man is having. All I'm saying is when it comes down to actually securing the house, the woman should feel secure in all of that with her man. That's my personal opinion. You understand what I'm saying? And let me say this. What she's not paying 50-50 on should be in the bank for that savings account. So that guess what? Let's say we got kids. Let's say we want to go on a vacation. Let's say we want to go wherever. Let's say we want to buy something, a building, the fucking block. Her money is not just for her own personal self. No, that shit is to be saved up. It's not about sitting up here like she just get to splurge and you paying everything by yourself. No, there has to be like a certain level of communication that both a man and a woman will have where they can come to a common ground of what understanding to say this is what it is. No, do you really think I would sit up here and be like, the man basically need to come home, pay 100% of everything, and she just sit there, just make her money, and he don't know that's not how that shit works. Because at that point, he's like a worker, and what is she? Truth be told, what is she? You a bum, and I'm gonna say it. Any woman that sit, and I don't care. I said it. He ain't saying I said it. If you sit up here and think that you just get to sit up on your money and you think this man just need to pour into this house, constantly just go to work, and he don't receive nothing in return outside of just a home cooked meal, you a bum, because that's not it. I'm sorry, you a bum, because that's not it. He deserves more than that. Because at the end of the day, if he secures your house, if he is securing you and you're comfortable with him and you loving him and he loving you, then your job is to ensure that if we need anything up in this house, if he fall, your ass needs to pick up. I mean that. That's what I'm saying.
You said something to me that stood out. So you said you don't want a guy to come in your house and mess things up. That's probably the reason why you're single now. But then you also said at the same time that you can come to some type of agreement to what can be paid in the house. So if you can come to an agreement, then what's hard with finding somebody to be with, to live together and to get married? I'm
gonna tell you what's hard because in today, the way it's built today, I don't know, dating today is a lot different. And I was saying this earlier to a friend of mine, and I was saying this to my sister. I said, a lot of men are hurt just like how we were hurt by men, but they've been hurt by women, right? And they've been used by women. right? And the truth of it, and they've been abused by women, right? I am very vocal when it comes to this stuff because I don't agree with it. I don't agree with what women do to men, and I don't agree with what men do to women. And I can speak on both sides of it because I've witnessed it and felt it on both sides, trying to date in this world. And you have women that have literally damaged men to the point where men are like, I'm cool on you. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if I really trust relationships right now. I don't really know if I could do, you know what I'm saying? And it's hard to maneuver in that space as a man or woman. I approach things a little differently because I've always said that I will not allow what happened to me to hinder my future and to hinder my happiness, right? But some people have to get to that level and that point where they can actually trust again. And this becomes a big issue. Donnie said, he said, communication is key when it comes to a relationship, bills, etc. Everything is a compromise. You can compromise on anything because I'm a great communicator. So I can understand all different sides of what I'm like coming up against or whatever. But some people, especially when they just been a little too hurt with a lot of different stuff and they feel like they've been used, they feel like they've been abused, they feel like they've been taken advantage of, they feel like the person literally just like crushed them or whatever the case may be. That type of a wall is hard to break down. It's a hard wall to break, you know. And as a woman that has been hurt, I understand it because I had a lot of walls that it was like pum 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 wall everywhere, you know what I'm saying? And people can't really break down those walls until you're ready for those walls to come down. And I had to come to that realization within myself that, okay, Nikki, if you really want a successful relationship, then you're gonna have to let somebody in. And I have now been able to open up to let people in, but I got to be selective with who you know what I'm saying, basically who you let in and stuff like that. Because what I'm not going to do is have a repeat of the last two. It ain't happening. Nope, not at all. Not happening. Not with that ex-husband and not with the ex before him.
But you also don't want to live in your past either, because then as soon as you see something, it might trigger something in your past, and if you keep living in your past, you're not gonna have a future.
And that's one of the things that I took the time during COVID and this good lockdown season to deal with triggers, right? Because one of the things that I had to learn, and this is just me, and I think a lot of us have to learn this, emotional triggers are just that, right? And I was notorious, you triggered me. And then I had to realize and say, stop saying they triggered you, because they didn't trigger you. It's a trigger. Yeah. That happened within self, and now you need to recognize this trigger. Like I had to go through a lot of these good steps, you know what I'm saying, with help from people that would make me realize, like, yo, you're bugging right now, and I really will not be around you if you keep doing this, right? Reality is a mother effer for those who are willing to accept it. And I had to accept a lot of harsh realities about myself because of what happened to me. And I had to realize, and it really started making me question and say, okay, Nikki, wait a minute. Like if I felt triggered, I would take a step back and be like, why are you triggered? What just happened? What is this? And let's deal with this, right? All of that stuff is part of doing the work on yourself. And I think that a lot of people don't fully do the work on themselves. So when they get triggered, you triggered me and you just made me upset. And I don't like how you making me feel and you making me feel. And it's like, no, fall back. Nobody's making you feel any kind of way. You're making yourself feel that way because it's a trigger within your own personal self. So we need to deal with this healing power that needs to happen within self, because all of this is self. Everything that happens to us is within self. So I had to deal with it.
How did you work on yourself? Did you just stay by yourself? Is that what you did? Or did you go and seek help, like go to therapy or something?
No, I didn't go to therapy. I really didn't. I battled back and forth with therapy only because I, in all truth, in all honesty, I just didn't feel like paying somebody to do what I know how to do for myself, right? Like if I go to therapy and the therapist is going to say, well, tell me how this made you feel. Well, let me just write. This is why I write. Let me just write out how this made me feel. Right. So if I write it out and it becomes a reality to myself, and then I can trace back the root of it and say, you know what, this is where this came from. So I'm not against therapy. I don't want anybody to think I'm against therapy. I just chose a different way in order to get with myself. Number one, because you couldn't really meet with no therapist outside of virtual and all sorts of extra stuff. So I'm paying you to come across my phone or a little screen or whatever. I'm not doing all of that. So I honestly had to put a mirror up to myself and recognize my own toxic character traits. Like, and it was a lot of them. I ain't gonna front. It was a lot of them. It was a lot of toxicity because I built up so many different walls to keep people out so that you wouldn't hurt me. And then for me, it was like if I allowed you in, and then I felt some type of way because I allowed you in, then it was like, damn. And it was like, no, you can't. You like going at 100, and you really probably should be at like -50, and you all the way over there for no reason. And I had to get come back to reality.
Do you think that what you did is working?
Yeah, I think what I did worked and is working. Now, that doesn't say that I don't sometimes think that I probably need to, seek a good outside person or whatever the case may be. But for the most part, it worked. It worked for me. It might not work for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But I know it worked. It definitely worked. And you know what? Also, what worked for me, what I began to realize is that when you suffer from PTSD and you show signs of like depression and anxiety, one of the reasons why I started really working out as hard as I did was because I knew I needed to shift my energy. One of the worst things you could do is just sit and stay thinking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like all you're doing in your mind is just replaying old shit. It already happened. Why are you still there? Right. And once I began to like shift, and I'm not saying that I don't have days, because these last 6-7 months have been very rough for me. You know what I'm saying? Like extremely rough. I will not lie to anybody. And it's very hard when you literally feel like you don't have anybody that you can really talk to about how you actually feel on the inside. But I just write, and I'm gonna write, and I'm gonna keep writing until I ain't got nothing else to say. And I'm gonna keep coming on the Muzzles Off podcast. You feel me? Every single time I feel like I got something to say. And I'm going to keep bringing up topics every single time I feel like I got something to say. Like all of this stuff is therapeutic. All of this stuff is cathartic. All of this, everything that I feel like people need to start doing things that's really going to help them to move forward in life, whatever that is. And that's what all of this was really created for. It was created as a way to continuously move forward. And if anything can help anybody as I move forward and y'all move forward, we all going up at the same time. Because we got to do this. I think this is important. Having conversations like this is important. Having like a meeting of the minds is important. You know what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of people struggle in relationships because they don't know how to communicate. And a lot of people struggle with transparency because they feel it's too vulnerable for them. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Like when you struggle with transparency, you also struggle with lying to yourself. Like I literally became fully transparent, right? Like when I wrote my first book, I became fully transparent. Why? Because I said, you know what? It's time out. I'm not covering nothing up. I'm not living a lie. I'm not living in excuses. I'm not living in nothing, right? And I think that a lot of times when people have a struggle with transparency is because they have a struggle with own self. And if you struggle with transparency, one of the best things you could do, because I was like, you know what? We got to dump it. And I'm going to be transparent. And I'm going to let you all in, whether you like it or not, whether you agree or not. And then we're going to take it forward. And then with that became a level of strength and a level of courage and so much joy that nobody really could take it away from me. Because at the end of the day, it's like kind of like what Eminem did in 8 Mile. Like I'm an Eminem 8 Mile. You. There's nothing you could tell me about myself that I haven't already exposed. And I want you to try. And I'm like, I already told that back in 94. You understand what I'm saying? And I just think that sometimes we have such a struggle with transparency because we're so afraid to let people in. I learned to not care about any of that. If I'm wrong, I'm going to tell you I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm going to tell you I'm right. And I'm going to stand 110 toes, all them toes down in that. Now, if you do something to me, and I feel some type of way about it, then pew, pew, walls is going back up. Bah! And I'm going to be like, shutting you down.
So do you think, like, I know you said that that's working for you, but but I'm mainly talking about relationship-wise or, getting talking to somebody or something like that. Do you feel like that what you've done is working to, what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
To have some type of relationship with somebody else. Do you think is it working in that sense?
I don't know. I haven't had a relationship with somebody else. To be honest with you, I wouldn't know. I haven't had a relationship with another person, so I really wouldn't know. I don't know. I will only really know that, truth be told, once I actually have a relationship. I haven't been in an actual committed relationship with anybody since 2018, and that's just real. I haven't. So I can't really say whether it's working or not. I would only have to wait until I actually experience a real relationship, and then I'll be able to tell you.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then that's why I asked you. Do you feel like it's working? You said yeah, but then
because it's working. I'm gonna tell you why I said I feel like it's working. It's working for me because I'm at peace. Like, yeah, do I have moments? Of course, everybody's gonna have moments. You know what I'm saying? But my moments are not relational. My moments have a lot to do with miscarrying and me about to be turning 41 and still not becoming a mother. Those are my moments. You know what I'm saying? My moments, like Christmas morning, and I'm waking up just this past Christmas, you know what I'm saying? And I'm realizing that I would have had a 3-year-old child and that child is not here. How my life would have been surrounded by my child. You understand what I'm saying? So my moments come when there are certain realizations that I realized that I did not get to fulfill because my child was taken because I miscarried. Those are the type of moments that I have. But when it comes down like to relationships, I tell anybody, not really anybody, but what I'm saying is that I've done enough work on myself to the point where I'm happy and content with my life and how my life is. You know what I'm saying? I am not holding or harboring ill feelings or ill whatever, from the past. I did that work. I had to do that work, especially during COVID, because I had to be faced with me. And I think that, we were locked down for God knows how long. You know what I'm saying? Outside interaction was like literally chalked up to social media and going live and doing all this other extra stuff. If you couldn't get real with yourself during that time, something is wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I had to learn how to, in that space, in that moment, and some of those days were very, very hard because when COVID first hit, that was like the first Mother's Day. I couldn't move. I couldn't go nowhere. Where could I go? Nowhere. We were still locked in. And I had to deal with the emotions of not being a mother on Mother's Day. And it just so happened that someone whom follows me on Facebook, whom I'm friends with on Facebook, I still don't even know how she got my address, but she got it and she sent me a gift and made sure it got there by Mother's Day to say, you know what I'm saying? You have an angel baby. That was one of the best things that someone could have ever did for me in that moment, right? And I had to begin to process through those feelings and those emotions and stuff like that. So what I'm saying is, 2020, 2021 and all that stuff, it was like really time, Nakia, get with you and figure you out, you know what I'm saying? And be real with you. Tell how you feel. Regardless of anything, say it. If you feel some type of way, say you feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? If you happy, say you happy. If you sad, say you sad. And let's deal with all these good emotions, So I can only say it worked because it worked for my own personal self. So, and I know that for any man, especially if he gets in a relationship, he doesn't want to feel like as if he's in a battlefield with a woman and all these extra things that she got going on in her mind that don't have shit to do with him because he just came in, right? So what I'm saying is it worked for me because I had to get that battlefield clear. Remember back in the day, they used to, what was that day? It was I think it was called Battlefield or something, that old ass game or whatever. And it was a little war game that people used to play on the computer and shit, and that was what was in my mind. It was a straight up battlefield, like everything, and it was like, who the hell could love through a battlefield? Nobody. Like that's old. Battleship. Thank you, Donnie. Battleship. Remember that? Everybody played Battleship. Everybody was trying to sink everybody's ship and all that other extra stuff. And that's what it was like in my mind. It would be like, a straight up, like we sitting over here battling. Who the heck wants to deal with that in a relationship? And women, I'm really telling y'all, you got to do your own personal work. Men, you got to do that stuff as well. Because if your mind literally is like a battlefield where everything is either, I'm going to sink you, I'm going to do, and all of that stuff, nobody wants a relationship like that. I think I was telling my friend today, I said, nobody wants a relationship. Nobody, love is like a battlefield. Remember that? I know that's, don't get crazy. I know that song. But nobody wants a relationship where they got to sit up here and prove to you every single day how much they love you. That level of proof, like at the end of the day, something within your own mind, you need healing, right? Because to me, love is displayed in some of the simplest things. You make me smile, I know you love me. You can even make me cry some days and I still know you love me, because the tears ain't tears of pain. It's because you're trying to get me to see something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when people got to constantly work and work and work, I'm not coming home. I don't work my ass off in the office or whatever. I work from home. I don't work my ass off at this computer every single day. I done work my ass off over here, and then I gotta come home and work some more to prove all this stuff to you, when you should just know it and we should just be vibing because my home should be peace. Who wants to do that? You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have to do that, you know? And it's sad, because a lot of the things that we fail to realize is that struggle love ain't real love. You know what I'm saying? If I gotta struggle to love you, I don't want to struggle to love anybody. That shit better flow. Once you hit that door, understand you're gonna get welcomed with a whole good hug and a kiss. Anybody that knows me as far as how I am in relationship is gonna know that much. I'm not with that, because you gotta battle as Black men, especially as Black men. You gotta battle so much out there in the world. I'll be damned if you gotta walk through this door and battle me. No, we ain't having that. You're going to feel all the love. You're going to feel all the love on this battlefield. That's that. Period. Wash clothes and all of that. That's why I said, see you, Carla. That's why I said I believe in gender roles. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I don't want my man, I don't want him to feel a struggle when he come home. Period. Ain't happening. That ain't what he's supposed to feel. He already feel that all the way out there. He already feel he got to fight for his life out there. He already feel like his life, he's the, you know what I'm saying, number one target. He already feel like that. Why he gonna be a target coming home to me? How does that even work? But I had to mature into that level of thinking, right? Because sometimes we don't understand that when we're younger. You gotta mature into that. So, don't even be singing.
How long you usually typically leave you talk on your podcast?
Well, we over time, because I be trying to cut it off, and we at 2 hours and 18 minutes because you was late. I know that's right, Elon. Peace is better than a piece. I don't. Hello, peace. Okay. You can get a piece from anywhere, but you can't get peace from everywhere. That's why, at the end of the day, and I'm probably rambling, but it's okay. Us women, we create a home. You know what I'm saying? So what? Us women, we create a home.
But it's your show, so I can't stop you from rambling. But it's your show. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sitting up here like, all right, this girl is just talking.
Whatever, like, shut up and listen. Women, we create.
But I can't do that because it's your show. If it's my show, I'm gonna tell you shut up.
Shut up. Anyway, women, we create a home, and when we create a home, an actual home, is peace. Period. I said it. You done, kid, because I'm over you now, and it's 2 hours and 19 minutes.
You finished with me? I have one more thing I wanted to ask a question before I left, before it was over.
Go ahead, ask the question.
So I remember. So one time, right? This is a little short story. One time when I went out with this girl, went on a date. Tell me why this girl brought her friend with her. And then when the bill came, she expected me to pay for her friend too. Whoa, look, listen. I don't know how it's really girls really do this shit. I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, man, I'm not paying for your friend. I came out with you. You brought your friend, she tagged along. I don't care if it's $2. Yo, I'm not paying for your friend. Just like even like you try to talk to, like say you try to talk to a girl in the club, and she with her two friends. Oh, my friends with me too. They want drinks. I don't give a fuck. They want a drink. I'm buying you a drink. I'm trying to talk to you. I don't care. What? Why is that? Why is that even a thing? Why is that a thing?
Well, let me say this. I have never been in a situation, I can't speak on this. I have never been in a situation where um a man, if he sees me out with my friends, and he offers to buy me a drink, where he doesn't automatically buy who I'm with a drink. But what I will say is that if you and her were supposed to go out on a date, did she tell you beforehand she was bringing her friend with her, or did the friend just happen to show up?
Nope, she just showed up.
Oh well, then she
just showed up.
Then that's different, because if the friend just showed up unbeknownst to you, then yeah. But let me say this though. What I will say is that one time, me and my friend, I was actually doing a podcast one night, and my friend, she texted me, she was like, "Hey, I'm here, come here." And I was like, "All right, I'll come here when I'm done with the podcast," or whatever. And that's exactly what I did. And she was there, you know what I'm saying, with her friend. And when I showed up there, I ordered my food, I ordered my drink or whatever, and I went to pay for it. And the person that she was with, he was like, "Nah, I got you, don't worry about it." And I was like, "Oh, wow, thank you." It wasn't an expectation. You understand what I'm saying? It was just a very nice gesture of a man to do something like that. So what I will say is that I have never done anything like that. It is definitely not an expectation. That is something that definitely needs to be communicated way beforehand. But if a man feel like being like real nice and real generous, then I'm all for it. I definitely have been out a lot of times, and men will definitely buy me drinks. And if they see I'm with somebody, or if I'm by myself, whatever the case may be, they will then buy my friend a drink as well. It is not something I am not one to be like, you need to buy my friend a drink too. No, we don't do that. I just find that grown men understand grown men things. So if he sees that a woman is with a group of friends, he'll be like, I got the next round on me. That's what I've experienced. I have not experienced what you're saying. And I also have not come into contact with a man that didn't just automatically do that. Like if he walked up to us and he sees me, or even if a dude he sees me. One time, me and my friend, we was out. I mean, we were just out. We went out or whatever, and the dude was like, now we went to go pay for all of our stuff, and he was like, nah, give me their bill. And I was like, oh wow, that was nice. You know, that was nice. So I like nice gestures on men. So I don't know. I haven't experienced that. I guess maybe in my maturity, I've learned to meet more mature men that would just automatically do stuff like this. Like it's not a problem. So I don't know. Whoever the hell you went out with, I don't know. That's a little different, and I probably wouldn't went out with her again. But I'm just saying, that's different. I have not experienced that.
I don't think that should count as a mature thing to do. If okay, again, if you call me, I say we talking on the phone, yeah, we going out, all right, we meet up at a bar, your friend shows up with you without you announcing it, that's a no-no. Now, if you say, hey, come to the bar, and then I come there and you're there with your friend, we didn't discuss, like, it's just going to be me and you. Just say, to me, that's a little different. Like, if you are at a bar, like, yo, I'm coming to the bar. Or if you say, hey, I'm with my friend. Oh, okay, I'm coming. And then the bill comes. I don't mind paying for both. Like, I wouldn't mind doing that in that right there. But, like, if I come up to a group of women, and I'm trying to talk to one girl, I'm not buying that. I don't think that should be considered a grown man thing to say, oh, just pay for everybody else because she's with them. I don't give a fuck about them. No, I don't care about them. I'm not doing that. You want to call it grown and that's not. I don't see how it makes you a grown man because you paid for her friends.
I didn't say grown man. I said I think I've and because I'm a little bit older now, I'm meeting a lot more mature men that handle the situation a little different. Like I said, so Donnie said that happened to him a long time ago, and that he immediately said, how are you, blah, blah, blah. And okay, your girl can join us, blah, blah, blah. But you better ante up when that check comes because I'm paying for us too. And he said that the woman found it funny and she respected it and told him later on that they were testing him and that they do that often, but how he handled it was the first. Now, see, this is where, and I'm sorry, ladies, I don't like the fact that y'all think that y'all want to sit up here and test men. And I get, Donnie, you said that was a long time ago, whatever. So I'm gonna flow with it. It was a long time ago. But sometimes we like to test men out on their abilities and also the extra stuff. And it's really unnecessary. Like, that's a totally unnecessary test to even give a man. Like, don't test me, because I know sometimes people like to test you and see how you're going to react, how you're going to respond, and also the extra stuff. Like, I think I'm about to be 41 on Saturday, and I ain't with all the tests. But Donnie said that was a long time ago, so I can get with that, because, you know, sometimes in your younger years, we used to do some real crazy stuff. I can only speak from it from my point of view right now. What I'm saying is, Nakia of today, in these last 3, almost 4 years of meeting people, I have not experienced a situation where a friend of mine just popped up on a date with me because I brought my friend to tag along. Absolutely not. Especially not without the man knowing if someone was coming with me. And I'm just not doing that. But you're younger, so this might happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really might happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's something you might have to take a good note out of Donnie's book with what he did. He said that happened like in his mid-20s when that happened. So at the end of the day, sometimes when you're younger, you're going to experience a little bit more things like that. Me being older right now, like the men that I have actually met probably within the last year or whatever have all been in like 40 and above. So at the end of the day, that's not really a problem. Like, if they see me and I'm out and they see me with a friend, or they see me with a group of friends. I even had it one time, me and my friend, we was at a bar, and it was when my nephew came back from Germany, and I was like, all right, we going over here to this bar real quick. And he was with me. And the dude really waited for my nephew to go outside, and then he bought me and my friend a drink. You understand what I'm saying? Because he was like, he ain't buy my nephew a drink. And I peeped all of that. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I don't care about none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was what it was. But men are very much there, observe it now. So they're going to watch. They're going to see who you with. And if they feel the need, they want to buy you and your friend a drink, that's what they're going to do. And if they don't do it, they just don't do it. They could just buy you a drink. It doesn't, I don't know. I've never experienced that in the last probably 10, 15 years of my life. I haven't experienced that. But I'm 40 and I'm about to be 41. So it's a little different. Now, when we was younger, yeah, we did a lot of crazy shit. Now we ain't doing that stuff. Like I said, my friend was at the bar with her and her dude, and she was like, you should come up here after you finish your podcast. Like, all right, I'm gonna come. And I did. And I did not go there with the expectation that her dude was gonna pay for me. I went there with the expectation I was gonna pay for my own stuff. And he just happened to do it. He was like, I got it, don't worry about it. And I was like, oh, that was nice. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the type of person that, you know, I appreciate nice gestures. I think that's good. It's good for people to be nice. Oh, so AB Bracewell, he said, what happened after that night? Was there a second, third, or one-on-one date? He said, what happened? Knowing you probably ain't call her again.
Come on, man. You know how I am. She can go play in traffic. She's not going back on another date with her. She out of her mind. She can go play in traffic.
I already knew that. I knew it. Because he got some stories these days. Didn't you have one time when you went out on a date with some chick or whatever, and some dude like bought her a drink while you were sitting right there, and she accepted the drink and you left her right there?
No, it wasn't me that happened to. Somebody posted some shit like that on I posted that on Facebook, and the guy, basically it was a scenario. The guy said he left a girl there at the bar, and some guy across must have sent her a drink, and she probably, I think she accepted it, and the guy just left. Nah, nobody ever did that to me. No, nobody ever did that to me. And then women were saying on the post, oh, well, you should be checking that dude because this, that, and the third. I'm not checking dude. Why would I do that? So we could get into a physical altercation, and either I get beat up or he get beat up. Somebody go to the hospital, somebody go to jail. I'm not doing that. And then when I said that answer, there was a bunch of women, oh, well, you being tough towards her, but you're not being tough towards him. Well, guess what? I'm not risking going to jail over a fucking drink. If a guy sends you a drink, it is morally right for a woman to say, no, thank you, and send it back his way. Or a guy could just be funny and just pick up a drink and just drink it himself. I probably would do some funny shit like that. Like, yo, what the fuck is this guy doing? And I was just like, you know what? You want to buy a shot? All right, I'll drink it. like just to be funny.
See,
But,
Donnie said
like,
he would have
no.
been like, that's what Donnie said. Donnie said he would have told you, Europe, Grand Marnier pineapple. I know that's right. Because I'd have been like, nah, you got to get him one too.
Nah, but that is very disrespectful for a man to do that. Any man that does that's disrespectful. But at the same time, I'm not about to risk going to jail just to go up to you because you try to buy some girl a drink that I was with. I just think that's really disrespectful. I would either, if you accept the drink and drink it and say, oh, thank you, I'm leaving. He can pay for your shit. Especially, this goes for like a first date thing type thing. Obviously, if you're my girlfriend, you should know better. I shouldn't even have to tell you what you should do. But yeah, I'd probably be funny and just drink the drink. Like, oh, go to hell, fuck you.
Thank you,
and
sir.
just end it there. So I think that would probably be the best thing to do, just drink it and then go from there. But no, that never actually happened to me. No, it didn't have that happen to me.
You know, I don't know. I ain't never had that happen to me either, going out with somebody and now.
Yeah, I never had that happen.
I ain't never had that. That's a little weird. That's a little different. You know, you want some more different type of energy if that happens. I'm sorry. That's a different energy. That's a different level of disrespect. I ain't gonna say I don't know men who have done something like that, but if they did it, it was because if they did it, it was more or less because they was already messing with the girl and they caught her out with a dude, so they're gonna be funny and say
that's
you know
that's totally
like
that's totally different.
Donnie said, girl, you know what? He said, accept that shit. Less coins than I would have to spend. Let me make a fake bathroom and you I know that's right. I know family members that have done that. Like if they see a chick that they actually screwed on the side and then she's sitting over here next to you know, she with this dude, they gonna send something over there, a whole bottle, and have that dude looking like, why he send you that bottle? Explain that. But that's just on some old play type stuff.
Yeah, that's a different type of level type shit.
Mm-hmm. It's on purpose. I ain't mad at it though, because sometimes, you know, cheaters beware when you get caught out there. And it's not because, and you know what the funny part about it, it is not because they want the girl. They don't want her. It's not that. It's just off GP because they could do it. Let me not promote that level of ignorance. That'd be ignorant a little bit. I don't know. Sometimes I laugh at stuff like that, but let me not promote that. I take it back. I'm sorry. Don't be out there acting stupid then. But no. Anyway, that's it, Key, because I'm over it now. I'm going to bed. I'm about to get some.
Old lady.
Don't do me, okay? Don't do me because you 32, okay? Don't do me. I'm getting me some damn, I don't know, some lemon and some hot water and some tea or something. Get my life back together.
Yes, please be safe. Please wear your mask. COVID is on a rampage right now. Everybody got it. Please wash your hands. Try not to get too close to people out in public, please. Because it is really out of hand right now. Like, really.
It definitely is out of hand. And them COVID lines to get tested is disrespectful. When you got to sit up there and stand in line at 7 o'clock in the morning and still not see nobody get a test until 10 a.m. is disrespectful out here. What I will say is that everybody stay safe, mask up, do whatever it is that you need to do. Listen here, I don't play. I carry this around with me. I got more of them because I don't play around. I make my own hand sanitizer because it's made with this 91% alcohol. I ain't got this type of time. I carry my wipes with me. I don't think anybody that knows me knows I'm a germaphobe. So I really think that y'all really need to get back to doing what y'all do. I don't know, because my aunt told me she went to Costco today and they ain't had no water in there. So y'all niggas is back stocking up on everything in life because y'all think we about to get shut down again. But the president already said we ain't getting shut down again. So I don't know. Y'all buying up all the waters now. Don't be buying. People need to drink water too. Everybody need water. But I just say protect yourselves. You know what I'm saying? No, the government is not poisoning y'all. Stop with the stupid shit. I already addressed that in the beginning of the podcast 2 hours and 35 minutes ago. I had the whole first 20 minutes talking just about that. So if you want, you can go back and listen to it because I don't care what y'all say. But everybody should definitely mask up, wash your hands, spray yourselves down. You know what I'm saying? Be careful. If y'all going to the bars, y'all going to the clubs, y'all going to the lounges and all that stuff, still keep yourself, a little distance. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to press up on everybody. Just, be cautious with whatever you're doing. All right. So with that being said, we out of here, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, we're not coming on next week, but we will be back on January the 12th. Whole new series. We talking Black love because I truly believe in Black love. We out.